Tell Sean to get to work.
Sean and Steph said get to work.
They haven't seen a champion in a while here, right? I didn't mind the break. It was actually the longest break in like 15 years or something I had in my career. So tried to make the best out of it, and I actively enjoyed it actually. So, but to be back is, yeah, get back to work, especially in that age I am now. I want to do the best I can at the moment, so it's good to be back, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to say, they haven't seen a champion in a while here, right? New for you guys, right? Yeah. How many seats in here?
66.
Ah, it's ein bisschen größer. I just said, oh, it's half the size of Schalke. It's all right.
Can you believe it?
Can you move out the green?
Yeah, this moves back. This was the Olympic running track.
Yeah, but can you move out the field? Schalke, they move out the grass, and they can shut the roof. Garbage. What are we supposed to do with that here? Huh? Obviously interesting because you go places you wouldn't normally go, right? Like in my free time, I wouldn't be like, oh, let's just walk around the football stadium, right? So it's like it's nice to see. I like those events, and it's an important part of our profession. I'm all about giving back. Like I got informed that there hasn't been a champion in this stadium for a long time, so I'm glad that I could be the first one in a while. 60. Ist mich geärgert? Geil! Guck mal hier, oldschool, Dr. Martens.
Das Blau hier ist krass.
Yeah, sieht nice. I love football kits. Really nice. That one looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That was good.
This is our playground. This is where wrestlers come to let go, let all of that energy out. We've got rings to train in, we've got gyms, we've got TVs to sit down and watch these old school matches, watch our new matches, and it's literally heaven for wrestlers. It's so exciting to be back.
We can just green screen some more plates on for me, right? Yeah? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, lockdown's obviously been, quite frustrating, obviously for the fans and for us alike. We just want to go out there and continue to obviously entertain. But I've done a lot of painting. The house looks quite nice now. I've been playing a lot of golf, doing a lot of walking, and just taking that time to maybe let my body reset. What we do has a very physical toll on our bodies, and sometimes having that little break is obviously a little bit of a godsend.
Being away from the ring for such a long time, it's definitely different when you're wrestling every week, but when you haven't wrestled for such a long time, it's a shock to the system. There's a reason why we say don't try this at home. It's because you need to truly be prepared. Your body needs to be prepared. So after a couple of days, you're definitely getting back into the swing of things, but at first you have to sort of slowly ease yourself back into everything.
WWE Universe from the BT Sports Studios in London, England. It is my pleasure. I am honored to be able to say, welcome back to NXT UK!
The amount of gratitude I feel for just having everything back is just unbelievable. And to be the first face that everyone sees, just welcoming everyone back, it really is the most sincere thing ever. I'm just so excited about kicking things off again.
It does feel fantastic to just get in there and get about it again. I feel like we live to be active as wrestlers, as performers, and if you're not making a show of yourself in front of people, then life's boring, isn't it?
You should know better than to trust me.
Oh, wait a second! Champion took a swing!
Personally, I bought my own wrestling ring. So it wasn't a case of being ring rusty. I'm a champion. I need to be ready for whenever they tell me to go, and you bet I was ready.
I think we don't realize how, achy we are until we had that rest up, and then you like kind of take a couple of days and you're like, oh, well, I'm a little beat up, but you know what, the feeling we get out there when we wrestle and just being in there, you know, you can't match it. So I'll take that feeling over any aches and pains I get any day.
We did actually buy a ring and put it in our back garden. So that's exactly what we did, is we were bumping and throwing each other around in the back garden. So
yeah, I think for the first like 2 months we were just on FaceTime together. I think from morning to
night. We got separated early doors in lockdown, so it was a bit of a rough time, a bit of a hard patch that we'd rather not talk about, if I'm honest with you, because I'm going to get a little bit upset possibly. So, but after those 2-3 months,
we just lived in the ring, didn't we?
Oh,
lived in the ring.
Dream in the ring, yeah.
Have a little camp out. So we did bits and bobs. Obviously, it'll never translate or feel the same as this. But it kept us happy, kept a smile on our faces.
Hey, that's what matters, man.
Hey, man, when I see that. Hey, man.
At the hotel, the boxing was up on the TV screen, and we saw the setup, and it actually motivated me a lot more for these tapings. I was coming in excited to be back, but a bit apprehensive about the fact that there's no audience like everyone would be. But then once I saw the boxing setup and realised just how great it actually looks, filled me with a bit more confidence that like, okay, we can really pull this off.
To walk into BT Studios and see the setup was like a kid going into a playground. It is exactly what we wanted and more, and it's just so good to be back.
When you walk in and you just see the lights and all the screens and the ring set up and everything just looks, it's almost like our version of Full Sail as well, but it's just, everything is just so exciting and it creates such a great atmosphere. Like the minute we walked in, everybody felt like there's something magical going to happen here.
What's up, man? How are you, sir? Good, how are you? Good.
You guys, that was freaking wonderful. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen, guys. Thank you so much. Freaking amazing. By the way, miss seeing you. Thank you all.
You know, hearing Shawn Michaels' voice come over the loudspeaker and stuff, and being able to give directions and give opinions and stuff like that is obviously great. WWE always amazes me whenever you're over in the States, whether you're at a Raw taping or you're at Full Sail, and now here at BT. It's always fantastic, but this time especially, obviously with people in so many different locations, and it still works so smoothly. It's really impressive to see.
So I have a separate feed, that's show feed. This is Florida.
Wow. Tell Sean to get to work.
Sean and Steph said get to work.
Slightly before the lockdown, we had started talking about the potential of using their studios to create the show. And once the lockdown happened, we let some time pass by and we began to talk about doing it again. Being able to do this safely, we had to wait for restrictions to end. We had to wait for it to be safe enough for them to do it. But then how can we do this while there are still travel restrictions in place and there is a limited, just a limited opportunity to be able to begin to put this content out to the world. Some producers and people, but a very small amount on the ground in London at BT Studios in the heart of London, and then the rest of us be remote. Shawn Michaels, Matt Bloom, and a team in Orlando, Florida were using studios there out of Full Sail University, our partners for NXT, and then the directors, the line editors, and some other producers were here with me in Connecticut at our WWE studios here in Stamford.
I feel like a real grown-up. I mean, so in the last couple of days, I have sent more emails, been on a PC, and gotten more texts, and had more headsets on in the last 24 hours than I have in the last 55 years of my life. Working with that NXT UK group from the very beginning, from the ground up, I have been there and quite attached to them, and I just so wanted to be a part of this relaunch. I think today went pretty darn well. I say this anytime you can get Shawn Michaels giving you feedback and critique on how to get better at what we love to do is simply amazing. But the fact that we're doing it 5,000 miles away, it's crazy to think that we're able to do it. And who knows, this could become the new norm.
It's funny that in this world now, I think things have changed so rapidly over the last 6 months. People are used to Zoom calls and they're used to video chats and they're used to all of it. It really didn't seem that odd. It was, when we're at TV, any place we go to, you step into a different room and you're at what we call gorilla position, which is you know, outfitted like this, a tech unit outfitted like this, and a little bit less personal. You couldn't get his hands on with the talent and be able to explain things the way you wanted to, but after a little while it became seamless and you got the point. And I think these shows, given everything we had to go through to make them happen, I think when the world sees these shows, they're going to realize NXT UK is still something pretty special.
Look at this, a great takedown from Dragunov to get started.
Look at the stance of Dragunov, already just going to work, taking down Da. Dragunov is angry.
So here today it's a little bit different. Obviously, normally when we're commentating, we're right by the ring. But normally I have someone next to me to commentate with. Because of the situation we're in, Nigel McGuinness, my partner in crime on this, he's over in Orlando. So we're both in, how do I describe this? Cubby holes on either side of the Atlantic. So it's a unique situation we're in, but we're making it work, and it's going to be a great show.
You get that thrill so much from the live crowd being there. Like, if you get to look out, whether it's the sound that they're making or it's just like making eye contact with a fan in the audience, like they make such a difference to like spur you on and keep you going in the ring. So you need to find your own motivation and you make sure that you're the one driving yourself, and hopefully people at home can feel that, and they can feel that even if they weren't there in the crowd, they were kind of like knowing that they're going to be watching was kind of pushing forward and making us all do our best.
I mean, it's a whole new world now without a crowd. So seeing the Thunderdome, seeing how everything went even without the crowd, sure there were lots of adjustments and stuff like that.
Just watching what they can do with the hard cam on a crane, to me is super exciting as like a nerd of professional wrestling, you know. But as far as performing in it, I don't know, it's strange without a crowd, man. I don't know how I feel about it. I got a funny feeling we'll get rocking and rolling, and I'll have a very different opinion of how exciting it is to be in a studio when I start falling over and there isn't a roar of approval from the audience.
A lot of in wrestling, you've got a lot of angry, loud, you know, men's men, they'd say. We think that's a bit toxic.
Yeah, it's a bit toxic masculinity.
I think they're trying to make up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you've got a lot of big men who scream and shout.
You see, if you're confident in yourself, you don't need to be like that. But hey, you know, we're not calling anyone out.
We're calm and collected.
Their own lives, but
so when it comes to this, obviously there's no crowd. It's just us and them in the ring. So I think the skill we kind of learned was, I think we just trash talked them.
We just got to give it a little.
Let's get inside their heads.
Yeah.
And let's be a bit loud. So that was a bit different for us. And it's just, I guess, trying to bridge those gaps.
Yeah.
That we didn't need to bridge beforehand.
Thank everybody over there. You all did a wonderful job these last 2 days. Thank you all so much. It was fantastic.